Dear Diary. So, what am I doing in the dark? It is early morning. It is currently 5:53. So, I'm typically, in regular life, when I'm not in mid-transition and still figuring things out, I am an early gym bird. Normally, I go to the gym from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. We're trying to get back on track with that. It's all right. So, it's almost 6. We're just going now. That's okay. There is no perfect way to do anything. And even if there was, what I've learned is doing it perfectly doesn't actually get you any brownie points that are worth having. But if it makes you happy, great. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a bit of a perfectionist myself, so I get it. Really do. But for too long, I was held back by creating perfect systems, and then if it got messed up, I couldn't cope. Couldn't cope at all. Sorry, it is so dark. Just couldn't cope. And I would throw the system out, completely dissatisfied, positive that all the effort that I made was absolutely worthless. Scrap it, go back to the drawing board, start over. I did that cycle for years and years and years. I didn't know any better. It took me a while to break out of that. And sometimes, I admit, it's still hard. It really can be. But, we all have to find ways to heal things about ourselves, even if they didn't come from some major trauma, even if it's just the way you're wired or something you adopted through observation, through your parents, or from an educator, or from some other position of authority. There's so many different ways that we pick things up. And in the end, it doesn't really matter where we got it from. But being aware, identifying that a certain pattern or a certain habit just isn't serving you. Whether it's unhealthy, toxic, whatever. Or if there's just maybe another way that will serve you better. Like, it doesn't always have to necessarily be something negative. It could be a system that works just fine for the next 5 people. But if it's not serving you, then there's nothing wrong with taking some time and figuring out a different way. And for me, it was important to still have systems. Don't get me wrong. I'm a spreadsheet girly. I love a list. Most people who know me would 100% say I'm still a very systems-oriented lady. And that's accurate. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't see a reason for that to change. But what I have done is make a conscious effort to have some planned fallibility, for lack of a better way of putting it. I know what I like. I like to work out from 3 to 5. I know that keeps me in a very good pattern, and it serves me, and it starts my day well, because even if the rest of the day goes to shit, which they often do, at least, no matter what else I had going on that day, I did something, first of all, that was for me. I invested in myself, and I already won because I already clocked in for me, because I might have to clock in for the man or whatever else throughout that day. But I also clocked in for me. That's how I view it. I clocked in for myself. I worked for myself. And so sometimes if something gets in the way of that and I couldn't clock in, or I clocked in late, could only do half a day, whatever it is, you would never take it so personally if something like that happened for any other job. You got a flat tire, you couldn't make it to work that day. Are you going to quit the job and start over? No, of course not. You're going to go back the next day. So I do the same here. Something gets in the way, like a move, or I injure myself, which is usually what happens because I've been known to push myself a little too hard. If the body needs rest, the body needs rest. There's really nothing wrong with honoring what your body needs too. So I've learned that, that might suck. I didn't make it today, or I got late and I only did half a routine or whatever. But it's really about clocking in for me. And if clocking in for me looked like giving myself more time to rest, or if clocking in for me meant that something else took priority at that particular time slot, so maybe I came later, and because I go later it's busier and so I didn't do as much, it's still clocking in for me. Because the clock in isn't the job. The clock in is self-care. So sometimes it's just about shifting the narrative, or shifting the target point, shifting your perspective, shifting whatever it is, so that the goal itself is more attainable on a consistent basis. Because I can always check in for self-care. It might take a different shape every day, or at least 1 or 2 days a week, but sometimes using a broader net or a broader goal can help you get that consistency that your OCD craves. Yeah, so that's my little note for this morning. That's all I got. Who knows? There might be something else later. We'll see. But I'm going to go hit this workout. Have a great day. Woo! Okay. So, don't know if you can tell. Actually, I think the camera's doing me wonders this morning, minus the pimple patches, but I'm a little flushed. That was quick, but it was good. I gotta run. I gotta go home, take a shower quick, and get to another plasma appointment, because, you know, we're still trying to make money out here. Yeah, so it was good. It was good. So far, I like it. And not to sound like a man, but ooh, the honeys are out this morning. That was some eye candy. I could get used to that. I didn't have that at my last gym, so that was very nice. All right, so anyway, talk to you later. Showered and out the door, on my way to plasma. Hey guys. Well, unfortunately, yet another night of music bingo that I did not win. It would appear that my skill level is to get one away and then remain there in agony while everyone else wins around me. It's okay. It's all right. I'm definitely not taking it personally. It's fine. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, I also have had entirely too much sugar for one evening, and it might be past my bedtime. That's okay. That's all right. I had 2 Shirley Temples and 2 Red Bulls and a little bit of candy. And it's really dark in here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have another sugar hangover in the morning. But that's what happens when you don't drink, you know? The things available are just chock full of sugar to make up for what's not in them. Well, that's okay. Anyway, all in all, good day. Had a surprise visit this afternoon from one of my new friends. So, like, I had an official, total stranger, new person visitor to my apartment for the first time, and is definitely not quite ready for hostessing. But that's okay. She didn't judge me. We had a nice little bit of chit chat, and that was nice. That was nice. So, no complaints. Today was a good day, and I was thinking about it, and it's just so funny how things can change so quickly. Just a few short weeks ago, I was wondering what my evenings and what my typical week might look like, you know, once I was on my own, because I'm so used to catering my social schedule, if you could even call it that, around a certain person, and that certain person was never myself. But in just a few short weeks, I have like standing social engagements. I've got 2 nights of music bingo and 1 night of karaoke on a regular weekly rotation, and people who will notice if I don't show up, and they'll actually care if I don't show up. And I didn't expect that this fast. I really, really didn't. I thought it would take quite some time before I established any kind of regular routine. And people who would give a crap. So, you know, just another gratitude moment. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm having a great time, you know? And also it's really nice that some things around here, like music bingo and whatever, they don't cost a lot of money. Because where I moved from, you really can't do anything without spending a lot of money unless you're literally hanging out in someone's house. So anyway, getting a call from Squirt, so I better go. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. Good night, diary.